It's not a podcast.
It's a GarCast.
And this is the world according to Gar.
Hello and welcome to the world according to Gar. You are listening to GarCast episode number 297. I am Gar. With me as always is the GarFather.
Gar! Hello! 297?
297.
Alright.
What's going on?
Working on my outfit.
You look good.
Thanks, just got a haircut, fresh cut.
The haircut looks great, yeah.
Thanks. Has no product in it, it's kind of loose.
Ooh.
Sorry, I was scrambling here. My computer, I had to reboot the docking station-ish thing that connects everything to power and monitors. It's dead, but...
Docking stations are great, but they do get a little fucking cranky, and I never really understand why.
Yeah, I have two in all my travels between jobs. I've acquired two. I think I have a third one under my bed that I've never used, along with two big monitors that I've never used. And every now and then I just gotta one will not work. I put the other one in, it's good for 6 months, and then it stops, and I put the one that I took off back, and it works fine. I don't know.
Who knows? When I left my last job, I used the term left loosely.
Okay, because you did have one, it was temporary. But there was two
not
ago.
the Microsoft one.
You had 2 ago, actually.
Our job.
Your last permanent job.
They asked for things back like monitors and docking stations. The only thing I gave them was a laptop and the phone.
Nobody asked me for. I didn't ask me for anything.
They actually sent me.
There.
They actually sent me boxes for the monitors. I promptly threw them out.
I am still using the docking thing, and these two beautiful monitors.
Well, that was a funny thing. Was the docking station actually worked with my new works laptop, and when I got to my new company, well, they're all a little weird, but we were both using Dell, which was great.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I say.
And I couldn't get a docking station from my new company. It was a pain in the ass. Just the order was out forever. So I was like, you know what? I got one of those. Who cares?
If you need any, let me know.
I'm good. So anyway, well, it's nice to see you, and you look fabulous.
Thank you.
Also with us this week, we have a special guest. It's coming in from the Yellow Room. It is DenBob.
Hello. Thanks for having me today.
Wonderful
I agree.
To see you.
Mike, you look great. This haircut, I would like to know, you had an appointment, you got a haircut, you have no product. Did they do the beard?
No, I need it. It's looking a little thick. Got some grays in there today. I opt to do the beard myself.
Okay.
My mustache is...
Mustache
Can you
always
make an
cleans up
appointment
my
at
beard.
11 o'clock in the morning? You need an
Well,
appointment?
it's my cousin-in-law. So I was walking the dog the other day. I'm like, I think I need a haircut. So I texted her. I said, can I get a haircut this week? She goes, 11 o'clock Thursday. I said, shop or house? Because she does both. She said, shop. So there I went.
Excellent.
Walked right in. Bing, bang, boom.
So
All
if you
the
go
ladies say hello.
do you have to pay more money because you got to pay their half?
I pay her whatever I have in my pocket. Something, I don't know.
But so you know what I'm saying. If she's in the shop, the house usually makes them pay.
Is she... Yeah, it probably cost her a little more, so I gave her... She never tells me what to give her. But if I'm at the shop, I give her a couple bucks more. To your point.
Mm-hmm.
To your point.
So
but I'm also what's that?
I just got a price increase at my place.
Ooh.
Because she used to give me a discount, and the new owners came in and said, no more discounts.
I mean, it's looking like, just looking at you here on camera, you probably should get a better rate than I do.
Yeah.
And she even expressed that to the owners and said, this guy, he takes a minute. He don't even need to come.
I mean, unless she's shaving your back or something.
I get that when I get my haircut.
You've all seen my arms. You could imagine what that costs.
You walk into the barbershop and just put your arms in the air.
That's what they're charging you for. DenBob,
Gar, did you say you get your back shaven?
What?
The guy will shave my... So I go to Lance, who used to have a barbershop in town. He closed it, and he went into one of these, rental spaces where they have like just one room. It's this long hallway. It's right by where Fresh Market is. And they have a bunch of other like individuals that are like freelancing, doing haircuts. There's actually tattoos in there. There's all sorts of shit, but it's packed with chicks because it's a lot of chick stuff.
That's a good way to... What?
At the barber?
Well, so he closed his barbershop. So he works in this facility now. I forget what they call. They have a name for them.
I've heard about that.
Beauty spas,
like a pod.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he basically has one room. It's really nice. He has sliding glass doors, so he closes it completely quiet. And then you walk down the hall. There's got to be like, I don't know, like 30, 40 other small offices in there where people are doing haircuts, tattoos, massages.
Right. I've heard about that.
But I've been going to him for a while, so he's probably doing very well now because he doesn't have to pay people. He doesn't have to pay rent. He's paying rent for a very small place now. But when he does my neck, he'll shave the top of my back a little bit.
Nice.
Always trims up my mustache and beard. Does the eyebrows, which I think is great because it's not something you ever want to ask for, but he just does it.
Yeah, well, I have very light colored eyebrows.
Very faint.
Yeah.
But like the kids and Nancy, yeah, they are very faint. I get the sprouts. Like all of a sudden, like it'll just be like an 80-foot eyebrow stick, and like the kids are like, "Dad," and Nancy will come over with the scissors.
So you end up getting home maintenance for that stuff.
Yeah,
he puts a comb on there and then just goes by with the buzzer.
So I tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do.
How much? I mean, I hate to ask. How much do they charge you?
It used to be $28, and then she went to $38.
Go to my guy.
Too
Go
much.
to Lance.
38 is too much.
Go to Lance.
38,
and
too much.
There's chicks in there all over the place, dude. Right by Fresh Market. You can break up with your hairdresser. You don't even have to tell them.
How do you do it?
You just don't go. That's how I've done it.
You just don't go. I don't know that I could do it.
That's how I broke up with my last one.
You just stopped.
Just stopped.
I mean, I don't like. I have her cell phone. When I need an appointment, I text her.
That's what I do with Lance now. I just text him. I'm like, "What do you got this week around noon? Tomorrow, I'm going in at noon."
Also, if I need like emergency haircut, like I need to come in today, I'll buy her lunch, and that would be my tip.
You know what I think should happen? Forget going to Lance. You need to tell her to get the hell out of there and get her own little room where Lance is.
Maybe she should get a room there. There's a lot of people that did it. Christine's old hair cutter did that. She went into one of those pods. I don't know what they call them again.
Help free her from this slave driver who's ruining her business.
You know what? And then he would only have to do half the amount of haircuts to get the same. Well, I guess for a beautician, she's got to do the wash. Most ladies go there, they get washed.
Oh, she would need a sink, but you could probably do it.
They have sinks in there. I've seen the other rooms have sinks. I guess the thing is, does she have enough? Does she have enough clients to go solo like Lance did?
She's been doing it forever.
She has to. I don't think any barber or hairdresser is like making it on walk-ins. You can't survive that way.
Well, if you want to break up with her, let me know. I'll send you Lance's number. He's great, and he'll do your back.
I mean, I think I'd go to the where I charge the Tesla. I'd go to that place.
They got a haircutter there.
They got a barbershop.
Lance will take good care of you.
Although I'm going to lose my free electric is coming to an end.
Oh, yeah. So
March
the
5th,
charger
I have
stuff
to
is
start
out.
To pay.
That sucks.
I know.
What
and
are you
I don't
gonna
have
do?
an outlet. So my electrician doesn't like to work in the cold. So he has been. Yeah, I know.
Wait,
I asked him.
He's putting it in your fucking garage, isn't he? How cold is it?
It's still too cold.
Wow.
Beautiful. It's been beautiful this week.
I can send you my electrician too, but I don't know if you want to break up with him.
No, I feel funny breaking up. I already got the price. I gave him a deposit.
All right. Oh, well, yeah, then you're kind of in bed. What, did he actually say he doesn't like the cold, or he's just...
Yeah, he did. And I said, really? And he said, what, do you want to work in the cold? I said, well, that's kind of why I became an accountant, but no, I don't.
Huh.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Interesting.
I've had this guy since I owned the house, and he's just, he did my house when we
you want to stick with the guy. He knows how it works.
You got to stick with the guy. He knows everything about it.
I've bounced around with electricians.
He even noticed when I had work done. He's like, oh, because I had a generator put in, and the firehouse gave us generators. So I had I figured, well, I'm going to give it to one of the electricians in the firehouse to put in the outlet.
Mhm.
It didn't feel right going to somebody else. So, but he noticed, and I mean, I
That's
explained it away. It was fine. He accepted that reasoning.
Yeah, my old electrician, Mike, you'll love this. Karen from work, Karen
Yeah.
M. I'm using severance names, Karen M.
That's
Her
funny.
ex-boyfriend was an electrician, a guy named Gary, and he did a bunch. When I redid my kitchen, he did a bunch of work in there. But he was,
She likes guys with the letter G.
I guess, she didn't like me,
Mm.
but she
I mean,
did like
that's a
other.
great job.
She did like other G's in the office.
Yes.
He was a nice guy, but he really. I wish he had not done it. I wish my current electrician was the one, because that guy was just a mess. Like he was so sloppy. He drove
don't
my
have an
contractor
electrician.
crazy.
I've never hired an electrician, but like when we had the bathroom done, the guy, the GC had one. When I had the basement done, they had one. But
Yeah.
I probably should get one in here. I got a couple like little things that need to be done. I could probably make a list.
Yeah.
I can do it.
We're doing.
And it's not outside.
We're
It's not outside.
we're about to do our garage over. We're about to make it into a room. Apparently now, since kids don't ever leave their houses, when Anthony and Nick are home, they share one room downstairs, basically. But they're not home together a lot. In the summer, they had to deal with it. But Nick's home full time now,
Mhm.
and Anthony graduates in May, and will be going to PA school, most likely on Long Island, and taking a gap year. So.
Whoa,
I'll have both.
Wait, let's slow down. A gap year? What's he doing with the gap year?
He doesn't have as many patient care hours as he wants to apply to all the schools. He's got
So
about
it's not really-
500.
Okay, so he's going to be getting more accruing those hours.
Yeah, he's got a crew. He wants to get to 1,000. Like I think
When you
Stony
say
Brook
when you
is
say
1,000.
gap year, you say gap year, I immediately hear slacker.
No, yeah,
Right.
it was.
So
Right,
you
no,
should
no,
say
this is
something
different.
else.
It was
Yeah.
because he didn't.
Please call it something else. You got to call it something else.
He didn't. When he decided what he wanted to do, he was not in a good position to have hours. He did really well
I
this
got you.
summer. So like I said,
we
he's
understand.
about 500 hours now. He actually worked at the PT place over Christmas break. They let him back in
Good.
there, which was nice. But
So I would just say he's going to,
he's going to be working
gonna
and accumulating patient care
Work.
hours.
He's going to be working in the industry before he goes back to school.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and from
Love
home.
it.
So this being the case,
Living in your parents' garage also screams slacker. So I would leave that.
we need to build a new bedroom. So I had my contractor come in a couple weeks ago. Just got the quote this week. Game on.
These kids are killing you. You think you get them off to college and they're out. Now you're like rebuilding your home because they're coming back.
That's what I
This is
texted him. I'm like,
Good
nobody
for them.
told me they come home and never leave.
This is not
You made
good.
it too good. Your home is too good. My kid,
Right.
I'm empty nester. Matthew is moving on Saturday. I'm going to see him for the last
Now,
time.
you're going to get
tonight.
emotional?
Exciting.
I am terrible.
Exciting.
I hate it. Andrew, he got a new apartment in the city, so he's never coming
Back
home.
in the city. Is he still going to reverse commute to White Plains?
Say again?
Wasn't
Yep.
he trying that once before? Reverse commuting?
He did, but now he has a better roommate, his girlfriend.
You know what I could do? Maybe save myself money?
excuse
Send
me.
Nick to you.
All right. Excuse
All
me.
right, go ahead, sorry.
Don't. I mean, either you're not
Mike's eyebrows
listening
went
or you're not listening or you just don't realize
Yeah,
when
no,
we
I
have
heard
an
him about the
opportunity
girlfriend. Yep.
to discuss something.
No, go.
So, all right. So first of all, your favorite son is leaving you and moving to Virginia to be with his girlfriend. Maybe on paper he's not living with her, but yeah, that's what's happening. Great job opportunity though. He's going to do great, but he doesn't need you anymore. So that's emotional. Now the oldest son, who I feel like you love this son. You're a big fan. He has had an interesting ride where he was in the city, stopped at, then he was a professional Airbnb liver. A lot of kind of interesting things. Sometimes he's home. There's been mentions of a girl. I think she visited once, perhaps, if I recall. Now, they have decided to take it to the next level of commitment and live together.
Yeah. Yep.
How long have they been dating?
2 years.
How many times have you met her?
Many. He comes to the house all the time.
Okay, that's good. I like that answer. Does she already live in this place and he's just moving into it, or are they getting a place together?
Getting it together.
That's even bigger.
So here's
commitment.
how it came down. It's
Okay,
interesting.
This is a
So he
partnership.
works for a small company,
Mhm.
and his boss left to work for a name brand. I'm not going to mention any names,
It's
but a
fine.
name
His
brand.
boss moved on to bigger and better things.
and said, I want you to come with me.
Like that?
So he interviewed with them, and they said, we'll take you, but we're going to demote you. You can't come in at the same level that you're at.
No good.
You have to work in the city. But the upside, having that name brand gives him this mobility, because the other thing about this oldest son, who I love, can't have a conversation without telling me how he wants to raise a family in the Southeast away from where he grew up.
Okay.
Nah, not okay. Terrible. But nonetheless.
Not good for you.
Boy, these boys fell in love with Virginia, huh?
So he has a handshake with this big company, signs this lease because the hours are going to be so demanding he has to live in the city and be able to get there in 10 minutes because he's going to be working from 9 till 11 every day. Goes to quit with the small company.
He does.
And they were like, no. You can't. We will offer you. They didn't offer him more money because it wasn't about the money. But they said they were going to get a better, to simplify things, a better mentor for him.
Okay.
So that he could develop better. And if he stays with them in 3 years and he gets to this particular level, 100% remote. They believe in his work ethic so much that he would never have to come in.
All right. But I mean, that can always change based on leadership, but okay.
Yeah.
They're using that as a
Right.
carrot.
Well, this is the head partner, so
I got
if the
you.
leadership changes, he
All
gets
right.
bought out.
All right.
So whatever. I mean, he's doing fine. So to me, what the fuck is this? That is Colleen's phone alarm. She's not even a grown-up. She leaves her phone home.
Maybe she left you.
Yeah.
You may never see her again.
So which job is he at?
So he stayed. He
He
stayed.
ended up staying?
So
Is
he
that what
said
you
he
were saying?
reneged on the offer.
I think that's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reneged on the offer. He's moving in, I think, in 2 weeks. So he kept the city apartment anyway. He's like, you know what? I already got this kicking apartment. We're going to move in together.
Oh, so you're telling me he decided with the girlfriend, let's get the city apartment because I'll be working in the city now. That's
Correct.
what happened? Okay.
Yes.
We have to put things
Got it.
together here. She's telling
Okay.
us. I got it.
Sorry, terrible story.
That's okay.
Terrible
The
storytelling
Colleen's
technique.
phone distracted
So-
you.
Mike. Yep.
But so where's she living currently prior to this?
He's actually in the Airbnb with him,
Oh, so it's just
but it's more of a temporary. It's not like
How long has this temporary situation been going on?
a couple weeks,
Okay.
and it was planning on going on for another month or two.
All right, listen, I'm happy for them. I just want to know, how do you feel about all of this?
You know what? I love it. I think it's great. The only stab in my heart is how he has every intention of leaving and going to the Southeast.
That's really where your hang up is, the kids moving away from you.
so. Is
It
Matt?
is such a hang up. I am obsessing over Colleen is like, just shut the fuck
Like, if
up.
he
I don't want to
just-
hear it.
Like if one of your boys, all right, so we don't know what Christopher's doing yet. Christopher goes to Penn State, graduates, falls in love with a man that became a woman,
In
but
Pittsburgh.
buys the house next to you. Are you happier?
Yes.
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 Okay, got it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
DenBob, Matt's going down to Nova. Is he going to live with Claire, or is he getting his own apartment?
He has his own apartment. The company pays for it.
Okay. Is Claire going to
So
move
he
in
had a
with him?
no-brainer.
Is Claire going to
Him
move in?
going down there, as much as it pains me, I would leave my own family to get this deal. They
Got
pay for his apartment, and it's an awesome apartment.
That is
He
great.
gets to live, in a great area.
So it's like, is
15
it?
minutes away from his job site.
It's like
Yeah, that's
Lumen,
awesome.
Lumen property. He's going to be living in one of their houses.
He's going to be severed. He's
Okay.
going to get severed. Yeah.
Okay.
So, it sounds like a good deal, but let's be honest. Matt can do no wrong in your eyes. So even, good for him. So Christopher, transgender, marriage, house next door,
And
becomes
look,
number one
here's-
son.
He becomes
That's how he
number one.
becomes
Here's
number one
the
son.
interesting thing about Christopher. When he is away in Penn State, he is his best self. He's involved in clubs, sports. He has the fraternity, which he made the best of. Like, he's really doing great. I'm
Who
so
is he-
glad that he did
Who
it.
is he away from? Interesting.
Away from his family. Yeah. For those who were just listening, that was a knowing, interesting, sarcastic nod.
Now, it could
When
be
he-
Colleen. Colleen is a bit much.
When he
As we
comes
know.
home, when he comes home, he's not his best self. And, honestly, he's better away. So him, although I always want what's best for them and not what's best for me, him, I think he's probably best off moving out.
Yeah. So this is interesting. So I'm analyzing you a little bit. So your number one thing, Matthew, Andrew, is what upsets you is that they want to be away from you. You don't want Christopher near you. And so now you have found a way to justify this feeling by saying he is so much better when he's not near us. It's so weird. You really don't enjoy him.
No, but I love him. But when he was home for Christmas break, he went straight into the basement and played video games. No job, no nothing.
So when Matthew used to come home for Christmas break, did he spend every minute with you and you guys just had these glorious times making Christmas crafts and caroling together and like what was happening? Let's compare it.
No, he was no.
He was in Gary's basement.
Yeah.
I don't know,
maybe.
man. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, I get it.
You have 3 very successful sons.
No, they're doing great. Well, but if we're going to talk about successful children, congratulations to your successful child. Ryan is killing it.
Oh yes. Oh, the swim meet.
If we're going to talk about successful children,
yeah. Thank you,
not
Garnation.
talk about that.
The support was wonderful. It was
awesome.
Love all you guys. Some of you tuned in or you were following and texting. Listen, it was a long weekend in cold, snowy Buffalo, but Cortland won the championship, which was great. She got some medals. She was being hard on herself. She had some lofty goals in her races, which she didn't hit, but it's good to have lofty goals. But she did really well.
Well, lofty than winning could you have?
Well, winning, for herself, like certain times she wanted to hit in her events. It's what swimmers
I was going to say, like winning.
Yeah.
I wanted to smash the other team. Was that the goal? Or?
No, individual
personal
time.
PR.
No, she's so happy. Like by the end of the meet, she was great. During the process, there was some frustrated, disappointing moments. You got to like talk her off the ledge. Like you still came,
Yeah.
you still came in second in the race. You didn't hit the time you wanted, but you got that's what competitors do.
I love it. Yep. Reach for the stars, and you may end up on the moon.
Yeah. It was good. We met some. One of the goals was to really kind of meet a lot of her teammates and a lot of the parents, which we were able to do, which was good. Nancy and I were like the renegades because we stayed in downtown Buffalo in walking distance to the pool.
You knew the lay of the land. You were
The
ready.
lay of the land. Everybody else like stayed in the hotel where the team was, which was like a 20-minute drive away, like off of the thruway.
Had they never been to this facility? Like you would think they have if they're in the New York Western tier area.
I think a lot of the parents. Now Nancy was having some doubts during it, like, if we were at the hotel, she didn't like the food that they gave her. We could have went and got her something. I'm like, she has Uber Eats. She could order whatever the hell she wants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We won. There was another dad we ended up meeting that was in our hotel. And then I think we'll get a lot more people doing what we did last year because, it was great. Walking, it was freezing. Nancy walked a lot. It was like London all over again, but 12 degrees.
What's colder, London in the 40s or whatever with that dampness, or the Buffalo 12 degree?
Nottingham is the coldest place on earth, even at 40 degrees.
Yeah,
that is the truth. But that was good. Like, there's one place I never discovered. It was like the opposite direction of the hotel from the pool, which I never wandered over to. This little, like, some blocks in Buffalo, like, there's buildings missing, like they fell down years ago and nobody rebuilt a new one.
Yeah, we don't need that building.
You see, and I never drive up there, so there's a parking lot where everybody. That's the other thing. I didn't bring a car. People are renting cars. I'm like, what are you doing? You paid it was like $50 for the weekend to park your car at this lot right across the street, and this what looked like an abandoned building was this really good little Mexican joint, like tiny. Like a little bar and then like little tables. And so that was like the meetup spot. Finals were 5:30. So we would all meet there at like 4. A couple cocktails with the parents, get to know people. It was nice. So that was good.
Yeah.
And trying to think what else.
And Ryan smashed it. You're kind of brushing over it, but the Discord people know, but the world doesn't know.
No. Thank you. No, she did good. She
talk about it. Tell her.
They won the first night.
They're dying to know.
The first night they had the 800-meter freestyle relay, and they came in second. So she got a medal right off the bat, and she swam great in her leg. I think she was the second swimmer. I didn't know at the time, Oh, and I was timing. I was on deck for that. That was cool. I didn't know at the time that. Yeah, I did.
Even at the college level, you do it. That's interesting.
They asked for parents to time. That wasn't an official. It's like you're just a timer in the lane. You're writing down the time.
You had to have good reflexes. Like,
well, yeah, you got. So I had a plunger and a watch. So you got to hit them both at the same time, which is kind of weird to get the. So what it is with swimming, and I'm going to give you my timers briefing. This is what I do as an official. So we're going to have 2 people per lane. All right, not officials, lay people. Now so for doing this, I volunteered. I got a cool neon yellow shirt that commemorates the meet. It said volunteer on the back.
Amazing.
And I got free admission to the entire meet. And so it would have been $50. Instead, I got it for free. Beautiful. So now
and all you had to do is this.
Yeah, 2 people. Well, that's what you got to do. 2 people per lane. You each have a watch. You each have a plunger. So at the start of the race, you hit the watch. At the end of the race, you hit the watch and the plunger. And then record both times on a clipboard. So there's a pad, right? The swimmers are responsible to hit the pad. That stops one computer.
Mm-hmm.
The plunger is the backup, stops another computer. And then the handwritten watch times is the triple backup.
So anyway, I couldn't do it. So
yeah, you could do it. Wild. Oh, well, you can't clap. So maybe you can.
No, I got it. Is it the watch first, then the plunger, then both?
Same time. So I got questioned. The girl that was like the runner from there's a glass room where the main computers are and the admin officials are in there. Girl comes over like, hey, did you guys hit your plunger? Which means they're not seeing us stop it. And I'm like, yeah, of course we did. And I was timing with Ryan's roommate Peyton's mother. And like, okay. And she came back again. And I'm like, listen, I know what I'm doing.
And
obviously the wiring is off here. Something's broken. Like, you got to get down there.
And if it's unofficial, what's the problem?
They replaced the cord, and it magically started to work.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah. So anyway, Ryan
I will say this, Mike. No, I know that it was broadcast and stuff like that, but out of respect for you and Ryan and the success of the Cortland team, I wouldn't follow it. I did not.
Thank you. No, you know what I was wondering.
I would not tune in.
Are you sure you didn't watch? You didn't watch that first relay because the girl who swam ahead of Ryan shit the bed. And they would have had first place.
That was probably as I was going through the Discord, seeing that it was going on.
Ryan was pissed. They got second. She's like, we would have had first.
Not her fault. I tuned in for a second.
That's funny.
Good stuff. Speaking of curses, DenBob, were you at the Islander Ranger game this week? You had to be there. It was so bad.
No, but you know what? I watched the first Islanders game as soon as they came back on Optimum. And it was like I never stopped watching. They are terrible. Awful.
They were so bad this week against the Rangers.
They are awful.
Horrible.
I
don't want Lou thinking there's a chance that this team's going to be good because they're not. Like, I want them to suck.
Why would they be? He made no changes.
Right. So we need to keep losing in order to get change.
It is following in the steps of the Jets. As career killer, he's killing people's careers. Nobody's going to want to come to the team because they have no chance of ever doing well.
Right. I think Arthur Stable, the old Newsday reporter who works for The Athletic now, and he covers the Rangers and Islanders.
Golden name. I never heard of that name in my life.
You don't know Arthur Stable?
No.
Oh. And you said it so matter of factly.
Yeah.
I figured you guys might know because he is.
Stable.
I mean, he's been writing for the Islanders and I guess the Rangers when he moved to The Athletic, I'm not sure, but he did kind of like an independent survey of agents and asked them what they thought of dealing with Lamoriello and the Islanders organization, and nobody really. It was only a few that said nice things. A lot of them were like, "The place is a disaster. Lou's a pain in the ass to deal with." It's kind of what you expect right now. I think it's time for him to move on. The problem is, they're probably going to put his son in, which will be like Lou 2.0.
Oh, I didn't know that was a possibility.
His son is in the organization now. As an
that automatically makes him qualified to do his job.
So, I don't know. It's tough being an Islanders fan right now. I mean, the Rangers are struggling too, right? They need a good couple of weeks here to get themselves back in, but they're in a bit of a hole as well, aren't they?
I didn't realize
you know what? I think I'm going to start watching the Rangers because I can't do the Islanders. I just can't do it.
Please do. Misery loves company.
The Rangers played the Sabres when I was there, but it was at the same exact time as the start of the meet, 5:30 that night, and the Sabres crushed them. Holy hell.
Is that the game where the announcer got hit in the head with the puck? Did you hear? Did you see that?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Oh my god, it's hysterical. So MSG covers their game, so they have their guy down in the box next to the players and all that. A puck came up and hit him in the head, and when it did, he was like, "Oh fuck!" He screamed it on the air. It was hysterical. It was viral. It was everywhere. The last game, they put him in the Bob Uecker seat all the way at the top as a joke, and they're like, "Oh, we got him up here today to keep him safe," or something like that. I think that was the Ranger game. It was pretty funny.
Hold on, I'm getting wild texts from my kids.
Oh boy, everything good?
What's going on?
Home kids, away kids.
Apparently, they just got evacuated, and there was smoke at the school.
Oh,
the rumor is an iPad exploded. Very possible.
Ooh, those iPads.
Teslas too.
Wonder if it's terrorism.
Hold on. Yeah, they're outside. Just do what you're. Don't say terrorism. Could have been
like
the Israelis. Yeah, it could have been the Israelis.
A lot of people.
I'm worried about terrorism. I'm flying to Orlando tomorrow. Hopefully, my plane lands right side up without a bomb.
Right. I did it successfully.
Floorboard meeting.
What airline is that? I couldn't. In the screenshot you said it doesn't. Oh, it didn't mention the airline anywhere. Okay.
Yeah, I waited a little too long to get the tickets. I thought like a month would have been good, but maybe that's a spring break week or something because the prices were not good. The only one I could really get anything reasonable on was Frontier.
How much for the way down?
So round trip, Frontier was great. Round trip, I'm like $250.
Damn! I just bought a one-way to Fort Lauderdale on Monday. Very last minute for $292 for one way. That was. I could have done Spirit out of LaGuardia at like 6 a.m. for $100. No thanks.
No. Well, so I as I was making the reservation, I was like, I looked at JetBlue, like $600.
Yeah.
Delta, $600.
Right.
And then the Hasidic story still rings true. I was horrified
you gotta be
at
careful.
your experience. And I was like, how do I avoid this? So I went Frontier first class, which is not really first class.
Right.
It's Frontier first.
It's like first and a half.
So it was $29 each way.
Extra.
Guaranteed, nobody next to me.
Oh, good.
I like that. That's cool.
Pretty good, right?
So,
but now the question is going to be, because nobody respects the seats like they should on an airline. What do I do when somebody says, "Oh, can I sit there? Do you want to trade seats?"
No.
No, you don't do it.
Put your earbuds
No, this is my
unless
seat.
they're hot. If they're hot, they can.
I mean, I will be honest, when I'm on flights, and not that I fly that much anymore, but when I was, if I ever saw a family like get broken up, I would always give up my seat for them.
Yes.
I'm looking at DenBob's face, and I'm kind of guessing that's in the same category as somebody asking him to move for any.
Yeah, like I'm kind of with DenBob on this. Like, it's just my seat. My name is on this seat. This is the seat I have. Like, I don't like to mix it up. Like, no. Like, this is mine.
Seat.
Right.
And I paid for the one.
You could say I paid money for the seat next to me.
So I could make him give me $50.
Tell him I bought this seat.
I bought it. It was $50.
You can pay me
$50.
That's a move.
I like that.
And they're not going to do it because that's why they don't have that seat in the first place.
Yeah. Is JetBlue flying to Orlando yet? From MacArthur?
I don't know. I couldn't get a flight. I don't know if it's because they didn't have any.
I know they're starting to do some stuff now. It's pretty cool. Mike, I think, posted in the Choo Choo Train channel, I believe.
Favorite channel.
Long Island Railroad's going to build a stop at MacArthur, right?
No, they're not building a stop. They're basically building a bridge or from the Ronkonkoma train station.
Oh, is that all? I didn't read the article.
That's all they're doing. Yeah, it's like,
you know what would be a lot cheaper? You know what would be a lot cheaper? A bus.
Yeah, I think they're doing like a moving sidewalk or some shit.
You could do a bus. Be a lot cheaper. Have the guy just sit there, and anytime somebody wants to, be like, no problem.
Bridge would
they
be
might have that.
Cheap
They probably have that. They probably have that already.
Yeah, I think a bridge will be cheaper because you don't have to pay for the gas.
Yeah, Hochul.
Or the
electric bus, Tesla
electric buses. Yeah, I'm sure we use electric buses now. I'm pretty sure that's. I think Suffolk County's using electric fleets now, or they're starting to convert.
I don't know. So yeah, I'm flying. I just talk about last minute, Bosco. So like 2 weeks ago, our VP of sales was like, "Would you go to Florida to visit a couple of our big clients down there the week of the 3rd. I'm like, sure.
Oh, April 3rd, 100 or March 3rd.
March. Yeah.
100%.
So then last week she's like, yeah, I think we're on, but we're still trying to book meetings. And I like to like get my reservation. I'm like, okay. We did end up we have 3 meetings, 1 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 3 different customers. So definitely worth our while. But like, we still hadn't booked it this morning. I'm like, can we book our flights yet? She's like, all right, yeah, I don't think I'm getting anything. So I just booked my flight this morning for Monday.
Damn.
So I'm doing Delta out of JFK at 7 a.m. on Monday.
Okay.
I compared there was a 7:30 JetBlue, but she's taking a 7 at Newark, so I want to arrive at the same time. But I checked the on-time performance using my app, and the Delta flight, knock on wood, tends to get in like 40 minutes early every day. So I was like, let's do that one.
Did you
better on-time performance?
You able to catch any spring break games while you're down there? You should be starting pretty soon, right?
I guess I could look into it. We got a 1 o'clock meeting on Monday. Then I think we're going to go out Monday night with 2 people that work there for our company. Tuesday, we got a lunch. And then the 3rd meeting that was added and I feel like I got to go buy an outfit. Maybe you guys are pretty hip. I need some advice. We're having dinner with the CEO of one of our clients in South Beach.
Wow.
So should I get
like a couple of days?
Like a white suit? What should I get? Like a Don Johnson situation?
That would be, dude, if you got the white pants and the white sports jacket with like a pink shirt, that would be the best.
Maybe a linen suit?
Oh my God.
But then I'm like, well, I'm in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. I like to visit my dad every spring and fish. And I hadn't worked that out yet. So I called him last night and, I'm kind of in flux, but I think what I'm going to do, I only booked the flight down there. I think if we have the dinner Tuesday night, I think I'll rent a car on Tuesday on the company. And that'll help Megan and I get around instead of taking Ubers. And then Wednesday morning, I'll drop her at the airport so she can come home. And then I'll just drive 2 hours across to my dad in Naples, Alligator Alley, and return the car over there and spend a couple of days with him, get some fishing done, and like fly back Friday or Saturday. So that's the tentative plan.
Nice.
Now, does he have a boat down there? How would you go fishing?
His buddy George has a house on the water.
No bananas. Bananas.
George is the man. He's my dad. I was like holding off telling my dad just to make sure this was actually happening. I told him last night. So He is activated now. I'm sure he already called George. They're checking weather,
awesome.
Tides.
So I'm going down. So I come back from the floorboard on Wednesday. On Tuesday, I go back down to Port St. Lucie, and I'm going to visit my parents.
You couldn't have put that together, huh? I couldn't connect the situation.
I could. It just would have been a really long time.
Yeah. So you're going tomorrow through the weekend.
I'm leaving tomorrow through the weekend.
Coming back Wednesday. What does the floorboard do over a weekend?
Well, Saturday is a golf outing.
Okay.
Dinner Saturday night, and then the meeting actually starts on Sunday.
Okay, so they do a weekend preview fun time. Yeah, wow.
You're bringing your clubs, or do you rent when you do that?
I rent. It's part of it.
Good.
They set it up. I just show up.
That's cool.
Show up like a movie star.
That sounds awesome.
Speaking of Florida and baseball, did you know the Rays, obviously their stadium got wrecked by the hurricane this year?
Yes.
You know their home games this year are going to be at the Yankee Stadium farm facility?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I did see that.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
I was asking Doug about that because they were building a new stadium, so they're not even going to fix the one that got ruined. And now there's talk they might not even play in Tampa anymore. They may go to Orlando or something. They kind of got fucked over.
Nobody used to go to their games anyway, so why stay in Tampa?
Did they? I don't even know. Did they not go?
Get out. Leave.
Could you imagine, though, in the summer playing outdoors in Tampa?
No.
It's going to be horrible.
That is going to be hot.
Well, you know what? It's time for these guys to man up. That's what they did in the old days. Although there was not baseball in Florida.
The olden days.
We didn't have Florida teams, right? We only had so many teams, but.
So Bosco will be in Florida at the same time.
That's great. You guys should try to connect.
There's a
but
train.
I don't think we're near each other.
There's a train now that runs train that goes from Orlando to Miami if you want to come down to South Beach on Tuesday night.
Well, I tell you, if we were in the same time and I was in Port St. Lucie, I would have definitely.
And we could wear matching suits, like Rain Man.
You know what? I can help you with the client meetings. You know?
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
be Tom-
whatever.
I'll-
I'll pretend to be a phone guy.
Yeah, I'll be Tom Cruise, and you can be Dennis. What was it?
I think I want to be
Dustin
Tom
Hoffman.
Cruise.
You are shorter. Tom Cruise is short. All right, I'll be Rain Man. That's fine.
Do you guys have any interest in retiring to Florida?
Or they're going to say in retiring. Absolutely have interest in
Really?
retiring.
Did you see that there's a
Bosco's
push now
not-
for no property tax there?
You know where he's living, right where he is now. No property tax. The only problem, you could take away the property tax. You can't get freaking insurance down there.
Yeah, well, that's the word. Is they're trying
Homeowners
to get rid of
insurance
that.
is like
Yeah.
impossible.
It's impossible everywhere now. Rates are insane. Insurance companies are just raping people right now.
Are
So-
they making any kind of money?
Who?
I don't know. Is it good? Like, I mean, I thought that, like with health insurance, the government mandate is that 87% of their profits need to go toward benefits.
Hold on. So if an insurance company is if you're paying me $100, 87% of that
has to go toward benefits.
to benefit. Okay. Ooh, sorry for hitting the mic. Okay.
But, you know, the accountants, they determine what the $87 is, and they determine what a benefit is, and the 13, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of, but it is regulated nonetheless. So
It's going great.
I don't know what to say.
I know my car insurance is like tripled in the last few years.
The car
so-
insurance is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I wish I could self-insure at this point.
Ooh.
And I would like to have, like, now I think I may actually do this. I want to only get insurance for like a $10,000 loss and above. I don't want to insure below, like a $10,000 deductible. That's
Well,
what I want.
What is the reason that in order to register your car with New York State, you have to have insurance? Is that for the protection of the other people that you could run
Yeah, I
over
think
or
it's-
smash
Yeah.
into?
Personal
that's
liability
correct.
stuff.
So is
right?
$10,000 enough?
You don't have to have collision and stuff, but if you
No.
have a loan, the loan company is
Yes.
going to make sure you have
Of course,
it. So
because you don't own the car.
yeah, yeah.
Now, shouldn't Teslas not require insurance because they're so safe?
Insurance for Teslas, I believe, is expensive,
It's
right?
very expensive.
Why? Because they can blow up.
What I was told was that if the battery does go on those or the car is in the accident, the cost to replace and
Mhm.
store a dead battery is extremely high. So what they're finding is that is an issue because the insurance companies are being asked to take that on.
So that's a little hidden
Right?
secret about Tesla. Insurance
It's not
is
just
high.
Tesla, right? All electric cars. If
All EVs.
when a car gets scrapped, to get rid of that battery is very expensive. Is what I was told by one of my friends who does a lot of work with insurances.
That makes disposal of batteries is a big problem.
Right,
It's
and those
environmental
things are
catastrophe.
massive. So
Mhm.
that is one of the reasons
Mhm.
insurance for electric cars are probably the biggest reason why they're high.
Okay, glad I brought that up.
Yeah.
Good knowledge there.
Hey, we're here to spread knowledge, my man.
Sure, it sucks. How about Gene Hackman dying?
Dude.
Let's touch on this. This is wild. Sumu broke that news, I believe, right?
Yeah, like 3 a.m. Good. For
I'm
him
actually.
getting
This
that
is
over
crossing out, even out of the death pool world. I'm getting texts from friends. Like we're all, we our age. I mean, you guys are older than me, but I mean, Gene Hackman, what a prolific actor. The list of movies. I mean, Jesus.
He was wow.
From
His-
Lex Luthor and Superman to Hoosiers to one of my favorite Vietnam movies, Bat 21. You guys ever see that? Danny Glover, Gene Hackman.
Yes. Yep.
Wasn't he also in? Was he the sub commander in the one with Denzel?
Probably. He's been in so many movies, and
Where like
usually
he wants
really
to
good.
launch the nukes, but Denzel doesn't, and then has
Yeah,
like a
I
mutiny.
think so. Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the headline here. His wife was only
Crimson Tide.
63. He was
Crimson
95.
Yeah, I didn't realize how
95.
how we discovered how old he was. I think when we were talking about the death pool, or somebody pulled up a picture of him, and we were like, "Holy shit, is that Gene Hackman?"
You said 85? Is that what you just said?
95.
He was 95.
95.
So his
Now
death
his
isn't-
wife, who killed him, is 64. The Japanese woman who made him commit suicide with her. They fell on their own swords, is my theory.
I like that. I mean, a house that big, like how I can't imagine it's carbon monoxide. You must have alarms for car. I mean, I have a carbon monoxide alarm in my shitty little house. A house like that must have alarms everywhere for that kind of shit, right?
You would think.
Seppuku? Is that what we say? How do we say that? The suicide?
Oh, that's right. From from our show.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything new on this, because this is breaking. This is live GarCast stuff here.
And wow, this is breaking.
So yeah, she's 30 years younger than him.
That's insane. At what age did he marry her? Do you know?
I'm gonna find out right now. We're gonna study this.
It looks like she might be Asian from the picture I think I'm seeing.
I said
here.
she's Japanese. Well, you
Japanese?
do not listen.
Did you say that?
For the love of God.
Oh, you did say
That's why I'm talking about the ritual suicide.
yes.
I'm making this up. So what did you ask me? When did they get married? So he was, my God, he really is old. He first got married in 1956. Jesus.
Certainly not to her, right?
No, divorced in 1986. That was Betsy. That was Faye. He married Betsy. Wow, they were married a long time. 1991.
So he got her young.
Yeah, so wait, if she's, oh my God. Yes, he did. Way to go, Gino.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. He was in the Marines. How about Jesus Christ? He served the year after World War II. 1946, he was in the Marines. Holy hell. Yeah. What's her story? Let's see. Who is this Betsy? He's got 3 kids. It's wild.
His kids must be old.
They gotta be.
They gotta be 70.
Well, with her, they can't be, right? She's only 63, so you would figure
Oh, they had
40
kids.
if they had kids together, right? Or, I don't know. Do you know, Mike, if they were their kids or his first wife?
I'm looking at that right now. So they got married. Okay, the kids are from the first wife.
Okay, so they are.
Got
hers.
1 son and 2 daughters.
They're probably her age.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
in the 60s.
In 1991, he married classical pianist Betsy Arakawa. How about that? They shared so she was born in 61. Wow. So when they got married, she was 30. And he was, my goodness, 62, 60 something, 60 something. Yeah, wow, good for him.
Nice work.
They lived in Santa Fe. Apparently it was some house.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
12-acre hilltop house with a 360-degree view. It was featured in Architectural Digest in 1990. Oh my. Yes, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Is the death? No significant signs of foul play. Sheriff, couple appeared to have died at least a day before their bodies were discovered. Ooh. They obtained a search warrant for the home.
Decomposed bodies had signs of mummification and bloating.
There were no obvious signs of a gas leak. The death appears sudden and possibly consistent with one, thus requiring their. Oh, interesting. Whole dog.
You yada yada. It appears consistent with what?
This sentence didn't make sense to me. Let me read it. Police obtained a search warrant. They attest that while there were no obvious signs of a gas leak on first examination, okay, I read it wrong. The couple's deaths appeared sudden and possibly consistent with a gas leak. Okay,
yeah,
thus requiring a third. But thank you. So we'll find out. Keep following this because the dog being dead—that's weird. Like that would make me think it was a gas leak.
Yeah, it had to be a gas leak. I wonder. Yeah, it had to be a gas leak.
Or the only other option is they gave the dog poison in its bowl and they took poison. You know,
or that.
Right?
Or that.
God, he looked really, really old.
Yeah, the recent photos of him.
Oh my God. Good for her staying with him, I guess, huh?
Well, they had a beautiful house.
She was in it for the house, I heard, yeah.
Although I don't think that when I was 30, I would have married a 65-year-old for the house.
It was Gene fucking Hackman, dude.
Yeah, but if it was a woman, Gene Hackman, I wouldn't do it.
I think I would have.
Yeah, you would have.
Thinking that there's no way this guy's living in 95. I hang in there.
You would think it was a quick out. Yeah, yeah.
By the time I'm 45, it's all mine.
Yeah, and then you start all over.
Right.
And
Come on, that's probably what she thought.
That would have been a good strategy.
It just fell apart.
Mm-hmm. It's sad.
Well, Mike, do we have emails? But I know we're running down here. Oh, really?
Yes.
Excellent. I know we didn't have anything this morning.
We have... Oops, that's not the correct Gmail. There it is. We have one.
Yay.
Oh, that was a nice little yay you just made there. That was cute.
Yay.
Let's see. Oh, little long. Okay, from our favorite Massall. The subject is, can I be Frank? Now, is he talking about becoming a man named Frank, or is he talking about just being Frank? He did capitalize the F. So, it's getting one of Gary's.
That would imply a man named Frank.
One of Gary's favorite names. The Gar, the father, and the special guest. The Jimmy C. death pool is lighting up lately. That's true. Is Gene Hackman in there?
I got to get the list, the new list from BMO. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, all right. We can blame BMO. That's fine. Keeping an eye on the Pope. Yes, the Pope is he's still alive. Wishing him well. Who is next? You know I have an ethical struggle with the death pool, but I'm locked in. You just say you do. You do not. Rebecca truly has an ethical struggle. Whether it is the death pool, football, drinking, politics, or health. I was going to say death pool, football, and I go with the real football, drinking, politics, and health. Those are some of my favorite things. The GarCast is connecting people across all aisles. I always found that guilt and peer pressure were great health motivators to get people in shape. And the GarCast is doing that. Well, I think it is for some, Andy, but then there's other ones, like the person who told us to join this team, who haven't done shit. Anyway, although I did see maybe she's up to 20%. Gary, good job getting to 50%. I'm proud of you, buddy. You're back. And Bosco didn't even sign up.
Nope.
I didn't even sign up.
No.
But I got my own form of exercise. I'm doing pickleball now.
Right. Oh. I forgot. Be healthy, my friends. Gar, go slow when you get back into running. I agree. Follow Mike's example. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm only running every other day. I'm only going to do 3 days this week, so I'm going to run again tomorrow. I want to do more than, I want to do like 4+, but I think I'm just going to do like my 3.5 again.
Nice. Via con Dios, Manic in Massachusetts. I like that. Andy. I did hit the goal.
You did.
Nicely done. Congratulations.
And I do need these things, and I do appreciate Rebecca inviting us. I'm just busting her chops. And I would like to, if she will take the lead in creating another one, I'm all in. It keeps me, when you have those moments, you're like, It's like, no, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
And Guar, have we all watched the video Guar posted last night? It's one of the greatest. Talk about motivators. Like, that should be sent around to people who are trying to get themselves healthier. Like, what a machine. The lightning going off. It was amazing.
He's a beast.
It was amazing. I am, even in Buffalo, I got up, I walked every day for at least an hour and 20 minutes in the snow. It was brutal up there. I couldn't go as fast.
Yeah. But,
and then home, I'm doing an hour and a half every day. I'm loving it. I did start in Buffalo because I like to jog in snow, where I would just jog.
The best, isn't it?
Jog. Yeah. Like I would do like a 2 minutes and then walk again, then 2 minutes. Trying to do that here a little bit. The first day, my Achilles said hello.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Like, not bad, but I'm like...
I know, it's still there and it's annoying.
But then yesterday, I did run, like, maybe during the hour and a half, like, 4 different times for a couple minutes, and it feels okay. So I'm just going to be real careful.
Yeah, go slow, like Andy said.
But, I mean, I'm doing 6.5 miles in an hour and a half.
Awesome.
Right, but the walking, I think, is obviously... We can see that it's significantly less stress on the Achilles than running.
Totally. So, it's just the motion.
Get yourself a bike, Mike. You can put up tons of miles.
And I'm just not into the bike. It's not the same. I like being on foot. There's something raw about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's good. So keep it up, everybody. And thank you for the email, Andy. Before we go, Forest. Huge match yesterday. Played Arsenal, who's in second, we're in third, and we got the tie. Yeah. I know, Sumu, the 3 points would have been amazing, but people were starting to doubt us, thinking we were frauds. We were start falling down the table.
Rough weekend, right?
The point was, well,
but they did have a really nice comeback. I saw the comeback.
I loved the second half of that game the other day.
Yeah.
Came back.
I kind of missed the first half. I was watching it. We're tied 1-1. I went out to the store, came back. They were losing 4-1. I'm like, what the hell happened?
It was a bad 12 minutes.
But they came back really nice.
Yep. Sumu was there yesterday. I was able to, if you go watch the Premier League highlight on YouTube, you will see him and Liz in the stands. He was wearing the green Trinity Floral Park hat that I brought to him.
Beautiful.
And you could see his scarf, and I could see Liz's blonde hair. She was in my seat. He was in Nancy's seat. Or maybe Nancy was in his seat, and I was in her seat. But good stuff. Why's everybody calling me? Jesus. All right. What else we got? Anything else?
I think that's it. I think we're rocking.
DenBob. I guess there's a possibility we could both be doing the GarCast from Florida next week. When are you flying home on Wednesday?
I fly home Wednesday late, but I have the conference in the morning, so Thursday is going to have to be
Thursday. Should probably be our day.
I think I'm in the office Thursday for a meeting. I got to check.
We'll figure it out. We can't even pick a time now because I'm not 100% sure what's going on. We'll figure it out.
But yeah,
have no fear. We'll all be on episode 298.
Yep, it's getting there. We're getting close to the end. I mean, to 300.
Yes, Spartans.
All right. So until next time, be Garific.
Gar out.
Have a great day.
Later, boys.
Peace.
I pledge allegiance to the family of the United GarCast of the Discord, and to the Montana commune that we will all meet up at when humanity finally craps the bed. One Gar Nation, under God, or thoughts, with a vow to be excellent to one another, and to always follow that one simple rule: don't be a dick. Gar pluribus unum.